Hello guys and gals, me Mudahar, and welcome to today's video focusing on the Nintendo Switch paid online multiplayer experience. Now I haven't really made a specific video about this, I've talked about it, and I know I made a lot of Nintendo Switch videos lately, a lot of videos kind of criticizing Nintendo, but at this moment in time they're making the new system, they're the ones really pushing themselves out there, so it's only fair that I kind of give a rant about them the most at this moment in time. And I actually do have genuine feelings about this entire topic, as always. So today, I read about Nintendo's online service, which is basically given more information. The way we left it at, we knew that the system was going to cost something and that you were going to have to use external third-party cell phone applications to use it. Both of those things ended up being true, but we've got a lot more information about them. First off, what we have over here is that the actual service is going to be launching around in 2018, which I assume that because of it, we're going to have free multiplayer for the entire year. Now, I've been playing some Switch games online. Mario Kart comes to mind. Fast RMX and Splatoon 2 Arms Race. I played some of the Arms Test Punch going on. Really weird how they handle those things. They have them up for like an hour, 2 hours a day, really, on a specific day, like weekends. I don't know what they're trying to do with that. I mean, I guess they're giving you the whole game, so they want to limit it so you end up getting the game later. I will get Arms later at some point, maybe not for the full price, but it's not a video about that. So the whole service is going to cost you about $20 for a year. Now allow me to talk a little bit about pricing. I don't necessarily care too much about how much it's going to cost, right? I find that $20 a year is a good amount. We end up paying a lot for services anyways, such as Netflix. I pay for Google Play Music, things like that. Even things such as PlayStation Plus or Xbox Live I have to pay yearly for anyways. I'm not condoning the fact you have to pay yearly to play games online, but I also get a lot of bonuses with PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live, where the purchase price that I gave, like a few bucks a month, is actually worth it. I get some free games to play during the time I own the service, of course, and I get some sales here and there, which do add up and to a bunch of savings. Some of the games that you do end up getting per month, I end up playing, and I discover new games through it. So I can't say the service is bad. I do enjoy PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live. At a point where you only have to pay for those services to play games online, I found that a little bit bullshit because being a PC gamer myself, online play is typically free, right? Even when developers try to make it paid, like Microsoft did with Gears of War, they don't end up succeeding usually because the PC gamers they don't take that shit. But console-wise, we've reached a point where the manufacturers still give services like free games and discounts to the point where, and a generally good online performance, right? Like they give you some good online servers, good friend functionality, all that kind of stuff, where giving a few bucks a month, you can now begin to justify it. With Nintendo, on the other hand, I never had an issue with online multiplayer. When I used to play games on the Wii, such as Modern Warfare 3, believe it or not, I actually did actively play that. Games like Mario Kart, a lot of their Super Smash Bros. Brawl I used to play online a lot, actually, at the time. I never had a complaint with Nintendo's online services. Yes, the friend codes were kind of bullshit, and that ended up being an awful time. But generally, getting to go into a quick match experience playing online with people was pretty painless. You could just go into no big problems. Now, buying games on Nintendo's platform was a little weird at a time where they used to have hardware locked purchases even up to a certain point in the Wii U before they made the Nintendo Network ID stuff, where then all your purchases became account locked rather than hardware locked. So Nintendo has had a slow, steady start to getting an online service going. So for them to come out and make a paid online service is a little out of nowhere, and it kind of affects a lot of people because Nintendo has never been known to give features as good as, say, Xbox Live or PlayStation Plus. So for them to be charging a service for online play, especially on a console where you don't really get to play too many games online other than Nintendo games, because it's not like you're getting Call of Duty or Destiny or Battlefield or a lot of those big AAA, games coming out. You're not getting Project Cars, things like that to really play competitively with. You're getting Nintendo games and that's it. For me, $20 is not terribly much. All right, I can lose $20 to have full online, yearly play functionality with my Switch. I don't mind that. I don't really care. I think that is a perfect price to really pay. Now, the extra caveats that have really come with the system hit me pretty damn hard. Number one is this idea of having a application on your phone that you need to use in order to do a lot of stuff with the service. For example, Nintendo's going to put out a free limited version of this application later this summer, and we'll get to see it out. We'll get to see what it really is at that point. But the reason why it kind of hits me is because I'm looking at this system basically dividing its tactics amongst each other, right? Like to invite people to your game, or really to send messages, to voice chat even, you're going to need to use your cell phone, your smartphone, Android phone, iPhone, whatever, to make those calls on a paid online platform, right? Now, this is what hits me pretty hard. I wouldn't mind it so much if that people, obviously Nintendo, would realize that on the same devices we would download their app on, we also have multiple messaging applications. Chances are right now, if you own a smartphone, you probably have multiple messaging applications as of now. I know I have a bunch of them. I've got WhatsApp, I've got Facebook Messenger, I've got Discord. I've got a lot of applications that I can use to call up my friends in a group call setting, group video call setting, everything. So I don't understand why Nintendo thinks they can really get away with making people pay for a service. Some people could say that Nintendo will give you the best voice quality, even though on your cell phone there are already applications that give you the maximum voice quality you're really going to get out of their peripheral ports, right? Like that's where you're really at. You know, you go to Discord, you go to Skype, you go to many applications. They'll give you crystal clear calling anyways over Wi-Fi signals, even 3G or 4G LTE, whatever you want to do. So I don't know what Nintendo's really going to have to stand on there, especially when you're going to have this closed interface. I mean, hey, if they had Miiverse or whatever the fuck they wanted to make for the Switch, I would pay $20 a year gladly to rip on that shit and have fun browsing it. That would be my game of the year for Nintendo. So speaking of voice chat as well too, one of the weird things I've had is how Nintendo's handling the whole idea of voice chat, not just through the app. One of the companies, Hori, for example, who makes third-party peripherals, is making a Splatoon-themed sort of adapter for the Switch and its iPhone connectivity, I guess, for making, you know, gaming audio calls, right? But the thing is that if you look at the mock-up, which I'll put like right here, right now, like right in front of you, you'll notice that this looks like the weirdest jerry-rig thing I've ever seen. So first thing I've noticed is it connects to the Switch, and then it connects to the Splatoon-themed adapter, pretty cute. And then it connects to the audio port of your phone device or whatever. I don't know how they're going to handle the new iPhone devices, specifically considering those don't have headphone jacks. Well, you could probably use the lightning to headphone jack adapter anyways. You connect it to this device, which I believe mixes both those signals that you can individually control, right? If you want to hear the game more or your friends more, and you send it back to this earpiece. So you see how weird it is, right? You have your phone connected, you have your Switch connected, when in reality, all Nintendo could have done is allowed you to use the Switch and send mic signals back, or have a USB Type-C headset, I guess, even at the very least, where you could send audio back or do any, or I believe the Switch even has Bluetooth, so you could connect a Bluetooth headset and you'd all be golden. So I don't understand why Nintendo doesn't tend to do this, especially not even inviting your friends through the Switch application, is like through the Switch built in, which is really odd because now it seems that to have this tablet around, you're going to need to have a connected smartphone, all that kind of stuff. And you're gonna use that to invite friends or make calls, and it just seems like a weird thing to have. You're carrying these multiple portable tablet devices. You know, you're carrying basically over $1,000 in your pocket, and you're trying to invite your friends through one application, and you're making call, and you're playing the game through one tablet. It's a weird interface, and I don't understand why Nintendo isn't getting more criticized for it. Some people say that it's a more cleaner interface, or some people compare it to, like, you know, just a more streamlined type deal, and I don't understand that at all. Streamlined would mean that it's a part of the actual system. It plays well with the OS. You can do it right from the Switch. Having external applications just complicates things to the point where you have to wonder what the fuck was Nintendo actually smoking in the entire process of developing such a retarded feature. I'm sorry to say that's what it really is. I don't understand why they ended up going this route. But all that being said, the biggest icing on the cake to this is the fact that Nintendo is giving us a library of classic games. And this strikes me as odd. I'm a person who bought a few virtual console games back in the day on my Wii, on the original Wii, then the Wii U, some on my 3DS. And I do like Nintendo's virtual console. For a couple bucks, you can get some games. I don't agree with how Nintendo handles some of their virtual console releases to this day. You know, it took them forever to release, Earthbound, Super Metroid, some kind of games. I know GBA games on the 3DS were only for, like, ambassadors. You know, people like me who originally bought the 3DS at launch. So the thing is that Nintendo... I really don't want to see Nintendo completely axing the virtual console. If I bought Super Metroid on the Wii U, I'm just hoping Nintendo ends up giving me the free copy on the Switch. I'm just saying that because at the end of the day, these are ROMs, they're running in emulators, and Nintendo would be kind of shitty for double charging people for the same fucking ROM, just running on a different emulator they have for the Switch or the Wii U or whatever. But hey, if Nintendo ends up doing that, they end up doing it. But when you pay for the service yearly of $20, you're allowed to play a library. Some people call it the Netflix of classic gaming. Right on the Switch. So basically they'll give you access to a bunch of NES ROMs so far, right? So far announced. SNES might be coming at a later date, but right now it's NES. So you might be able to play games like Super Mario Brothers 3. You'll play games like, Dr. Mario or Balloon Fight, which at the end of the day, paying $20 a year to play fucking Balloon Fight, a game that you'll be bored of in like 30 minutes, I guarantee it. Dr. Mario, Super Mario Brothers 3, you'll probably stick around for that, but a lot of those other games, a lot of the NES library was not built for long, games as we have them today. There are a lot of these quick play games, so for them to be letting you play them for free is, I guess, a bonus, but at the end of the day, if the Virtual Console is completely axed and that our purchases don't matter anymore to the Switch, it's kind of shitty, and I really hope Nintendo doesn't end up doing that. But hey, Nintendo's made far more retarded mistakes in the past. They've done stupider things that we can all keep counting till the days end. But it ain't going to change anything. So at the end of the day, I have to say that the Nintendo Switch has an interesting online platform that's building up. I'm actually excited to see where it goes from here. I don't mind the $20 price tag per year. I think that's a fair amount, I guess, to charge. I mean, $20 is $20. You can throw, you end up passively spending money every time. So hell, I won't buy coffee for like 2 weeks straight, and bam, I'll have some money left over and I can buy myself a Switch online, service for a year, and I'll be able to play some NES games, hopefully more, play those occasional Switch games online. And even then, I wonder, is it still worth it? I don't play the Switch online anyways. If I'm playing Mario Kart 7, I usually play that single player, to be honest. The bots in that game are fucking great anyways for the battle mode that's included. And I don't really agree with using my phone to pay for a service from Nintendo to talk to my Nintendo friends, which all of my Nintendo playing friends, like if I'm going to play with Kyle or Ace on a Nintendo platform, chances are I'm probably going to call them up on Discord and then load the game up separately, right? It's a little weird how it works. I don't know what Nintendo's expecting, but hey, Nintendo rolled out the Switch, they rolled out a couple games for it, and they're rolling out their first paid online platform. It might be rough. It seems that way. But hey, maybe Nintendo might end up getting it at some point or another, right? That's how we've been doing this for about 10 years plus now. So at the end of the day, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike if you dislike it. This has been another rant time on a topic that's emerging as time goes on. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike if you dislike it. I am out.